So welcome back to Coins of America, and today I have my Lincoln penny collection. So now a lot of Lincoln pennies are pretty much worthless, only worth a penny or only worth 10 or 20 cents, but that's okay because pennies are supposed to be worthless. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first let's start with the coin folders.
So all of this folder and up to here are all wheat pennies. So all of these three are still wheat pennies though. And then, so starting right here, I have memorial pennies. So all of these, all the way up to 2009. Well, actually all the way up to 2008. And then in 2009, I have the bicentennial pennies. And then starting in 2010, I have the shield cents. So the shield cents start here, and they go all the way up to here, 2018.
So first let's start with the wheat pennies in here. So my two most valuable wheat pennies are 1909 VDB. That's worth $20, and then 1911D, that one's worth $7. So now the 1909 VDB is special because it has this little VDB on the bottom, which are the designer's initials. But people didn't like that. They were in such a seeable position, so they took them away after only a few days. Well, probably more than a few days, but oh well. And then normal 1909 pennies don't have the VDB. So the VDB was placed back on the coin starting in 1918. I don't have a 1918, but I do have a 1918. So they were placed back on the coin under Lincoln's shoulder where you can barely see them. I bet you it's completely worn off of this one, so yeah. So now for the later years, a lot of my pennies are red. My first red penny is 1935D. I have a lot of them, so 1936D, 1937S, 390, 39S, 38S, 39 again. I have this interesting 1937 one. I don't know if the stripes are an error or if someone just drew on the coin with something, but it's kind of cool, so yeah. And then up in here, I have a lot of reds. I don't have many I might have a few BU ones, but not many. Well, actually I don't really know. A lot of these are AU or BU. And then I have more on this page, and then it stops wheat penny. This is the last wheat penny, so 1958D. And another thing I have are the steel pennies. So 1943 isn't as good, but the D and the S are AUs or BUs. So yeah, well, AUs or BUs. So yeah, so now I'm going to talk about memorial pennies. So most of these I collected out of circulation except for 1970S and 1964. So now I have all the memorial pennies for this folder except for three, 1973S, 74S, and 1968S. And I forgot to mention, I have all the wheat penny for this folder, so that's good. Now for the next folder for memorial pennies, I have every single memorial penny, but then I'm missing some of the bicentennial pennies, so I'm missing three of them. And then I have all the shield pennies from 2010 to 2018, but I'm missing 2018D, which is kind of sad. So I have most of the coins from 1934 to 2018, so that's like 80 years or something. And then over here I also have a Lincoln typeset kind of, so I mean I don't have all the coins, but I have some of them, so I'm just gonna go over them with the camera. Some of the coins I have but aren't in here, like the VDB is in here. So all the wheat pennies for this are BU. Well, not BU, but red. And then the memorial pennies aren't as good because I just get those out of circulation. Here are some of the Lincoln Bicentennial pennies, but missing a lot of them. And then I have Union cents from 2010. So yeah. Okay, so next up I'm going to show you this over here. So I have the World War II Lincoln penny set, which I got like 1 or 2 years ago. I have this little penny board that I made. I did have all the coins, but I took some out to put into here. So yeah, I made that myself. Made by Jonas. Over here, I just have a tube of extra 2009 cents. So yeah, so now I have some Georgia coins. So these are 2017 P cents. These are copper pennies starting 1970. These are memorial pennies from the 1960s and from 1959. These are wheat pennies from the 50s. I have some extra red ones like 1954S. Oh yeah, by the way, all of these are just extras. So these are wheat pennies from the 40s. And then here are wheat pennies from 1909 to 1939. So yeah. Okay, so next I'm going to show you these four. So I have a 1970 clip planchet that's only worth $3, and a clip planchet coin results from accidents when the steel rods used to punch out blanks from the metal strip overlap a portion of the strip already punched, so there are curved, straight, ragged, incomplete, and elliptical clips. Now over here I have a 1991 with a faint one, and that was because they polished the die too much. So there's basically grease inside of the die, causing a weak strike. And you know, maybe that gray stuff on the coin is actually grease. I don't know. And then I have this Richard Nixon penny, which is basically a joke that was made because there's so much inflation when Richard Nixon was president. I got that for 50 cents. Here's the back and the front. And then the last coin that I have is a 1957 wheat cent with a so now it's hard to see it with the camera, but basically what happened is that there's a die crack between the B and the E. So instead of liberty, it looks like it's the word liberty. Okay, so that is my collection of Lincoln pennies. Hope you enjoyed, and bye.